So, the United States of America has just suspended all foreign aid to Palestine. Um, this is courtesy of BBC News, and it is confirmed now that the United States will be stopping all aid to the Palestinians in the occupied West Bank and Gaza in a step linked to new anti terrorism legislation. More than $60 million in annual funds for the Palestinian security services has now ended. And while Israel has backed some previous cuts in U.S. aid, obviously they will, for Palestinians, officials have expressed concern about this move. It is thought that cooperation with Israeli forces, which helps keep relative calm, yeah, that's what the BBC is saying, calm, in the West Bank could be affected. Now, let me talk about this, and I'm going to talk about this in a much broader sense. And by the way, before I begin, let me just say right now, this video is going to trigger a lot of people. And if you decide that you'd like to unsubscribe, go ahead. All I ask is that you do not tell me you're going to subscribe. I don't want to hear it. I don't care. Don't whine to me. I'm going to unsubscribe. I thought you were this and that. I don't care about your little hurt feeling. Just unsubscribe. Get lost. Who tells people they're going to unsubscribe? Nobody cares. So that's my disclaimer right there. Now let me begin. I agree that the United States should cut aid to Palestine. But what I want to know is, when is the United States going to cut military aid to Israel? That's what I want to know. Now, according to the article, the United States gives $60 million in aid to Palestine. But actually, America annually gives billions of dollars in military aid to Israel. And I've got the stats to prove it right with me. Billions. And not only that, America is actually a servant to Israel. Now, I am all for America ceasing to get involved in other people's affairs and problems, because we all know how that road goes down. More wars, more debt for the United States, trillions of dollars in debt. That debt ain't coming from helping Americans get health insurance, or trying to get Americans off the street, or trying to get Americans to get a job, or trying to fix America's infrastructure, which is crumbling, tearing up. I mean, you see some of the roads and the tunnels and stuff. You go to America, I mean, some of the roads look like garbage. I live near the Niagara Falls border. Niagara Falls, Canada, I mean, it looks entertaining. You go to Niagara Falls, New York, you lock all your doors, it's deserted, it's full of, I mean, think you're going to get shot or some disease or something. It's not any of that. Much of the debt for America goes towards military action. And military action on behalf of Israel. So, yes, I'm all for Palestine and coming down on Palestine and coming down on the Arab world and all this other stuff, whatever. I think America should get out of the Middle East. But that includes ceasing to be a puppet of Israel. And not only Israel, but the Zionist cabal, Israeli Zionist organizations and all this stuff. Now, and this is where the triggering is happening. Right now, as we speak, you got a bunch of so-called Christian fundamentalists right now who are getting mad and, I'm going to unsubscribe right now. You are a blah, 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 blah. That's what I'm telling you right now. There's a giant triggering going on right now. And by the way, I say Christian fundamentalists with quotations because many of these people are the least Christian individuals out there. They're going to hell faster than the son of Satan himself. But another thing, a lot of people are now going to also say that I'm anti-Semitic. Just like when I criticize Islam, people say that I'm racist against Muslims and people from the Middle East. And both of these people are stupid idiots, fools, morons, dunderheads. They don't know anything. They got a hole in their brain. There is a big difference between Zionism and Israel and then the Jews. Just like there's a difference between Islam, the religion, the ideology, what's in the Quran, and people who practice it. There is a difference. I mean, many people might be ignorant to a lot of the inner workings of the Quran, just like there are many Jews who agree with me that Zionism and Israel has become a problem for the world. Now, I'm not saying that Israel should cease to exist or anything like that, but I feel that Israel is unoccupied land, Palestine. I do feel that the United States is too enslaved to Israel. And I do believe that Israel is responsible for a lot of very, very not good and unpeaceful things in the world. Now, people will say that Israel is the only country where, they don't want to kill Americans and stuff. Well, yeah, they're not killing Americans directly. They're not going to America and flying planes into buildings. No, I'll give you that. But they're killing Americans indirectly. They're killing Americans financially. They're killing American soldiers by having American politicians who, by the way, are getting their pockets fattened by Zionist organizations to declare wars on behalf of Israel and military operations on behalf of Israel, where American boys and women go off to fight and die. That's how they're killing Americans. So yeah, they're not flying a plane into a building, but what they're doing is worse than 10 million 9/11s. And speaking of 9/11, I believe that 9/11 was because, well, it's not I believe, it's a fact. And this is what bin Laden has said, and I'm not giving excuses for bin Laden. He's in hell right now, and anyone associated with him is in hell. Anyone who likes him is going to hell. All of that. He killed innocent individuals who probably couldn't find Afghanistan on a map, and that's evil and wrong. However, the reason 9/11 happened, if we want to believe the official story, is because the Muslim world, which I'm also not giving excuses for, I have nothing to do with the Muslim world, has stated that the wars that happened in the Gulf War, when America went into the Middle East and occupied Saudi Arabia, I believe a war that was on the behalf of Israel, that got them to the point where they decided, hey, I'm gonna blow up the World Trade Center and blow up the Pentagon, which is wrong to do because you're killing innocent people who don't know anything about world affairs or what's going on in the world and things like that. You're just killing a bunch of New Yorkers who, that's wrong. That's evil. That's why Osama is evil. That is why he is evil. But you have to stop and think. If America wasn't such a slave to Israel, those Twin Towers may just be standing today. But that is my concern. I believe that America pays far more attention to Israel than it does its own citizens. And you can get mad at me all you want. I really don't care. I really don't care. I'll tell you this. There are a lot of people who agree with what I have to say. There are a lot of Americans out there who agree that this constant America, and it's even Donald Trump. I mean, one of the reasons why I support Donald Trump and supported him is because he had said that if he was president, he was going to be neutral between Israel and Palestine. And I feel like he has tried his best. But again, the Zionist cabal is very, very powerful. But a lot of Americans agree with me that that they're tired of going to war for Israel. They're tired of giving billions to protect Israel. What has it given America? What benefits has it given America? I can't name any benefits. This constant aid and protection of a foreign nation and this constant fear of criticizing another nation for fear of being racist or anti-Semite, what has that given America other than trillions in debt, thousands of American soldiers lost, and the world is actually a lot more unsafe than it has ever been? It's the fact. Nothing. That's what it's produced America. Nothing positive. Absolutely nothing positive. And that is the reason why I feel that America is and probably will continue to miss the final puzzle. They have done a great job, a perfect job at banishing Palestine and banishing the Muslim world. They've done it! And yay and amen and boom shakalaka goes right there. That's the mission to world peace is almost complete. But America has forgotten the final piece. Their continued servitude to Israel. And until they realize that, they're just going to keep running and running and running in circles. I personally feel that America should just pull out of the Middle East altogether. Just say, you know what? Screw this crap. I am sick of this. We've done the same thing over and over and it hasn't done it. Just screw it. We're done with the Middle East. See you later. We're going to close all them military bases. We will no longer have anything to do. If you guys want to fight each other and kill each other up and badman each other up and tear up each other, go right ahead. We are done. We are done. It has produced nothing for us. Even Iraq, we were supposed to go in there and get oil. Did we get any oil? We didn't get any oil, no. And by the way, America has a lot of oil that it could drill, and they refuse to drill it. So, that's another thing right there. That's my thing. So good on America for taking away aid from Palestine. They should take away aid from all countries, I feel, and take care of their own people first. But for the love of God, America, stop kissing Israel's behind. This is the Iran nation.